morning, team. I'm Tian, your Enrollment Management United Way representative. I wanted to inform you that we had 5 more people to give than we did last year. We got an email giving us 2 thumbs up for our good work. I wanted to thank you for everything that you've done, and for those who have not given, I would like to encourage you to give. I will be coming by your offices to collect donations as well as to drop off a little something special for those of you who did give. We could talk about how wonderful United Way is and all of the different agencies that are associated with United Way, but I think that there's someone here who could tell the story a little bit better than I could. I want to tell you about Jonathan. Jonathan's story is about how he and his family have benefited from a United Way funded agency.
I've been a giver to United Way for quite a number of years, and it's one of those situations where most of the time people look at United Way as something that makes them feel good to donate to, but they see it as something that serves the underserved of the community. They see United Way as loaves and fishes, or a food bank, or resources for people experiencing homelessness. It's somebody else and not them, not anything they'd ever have to benefit from. But United Way is so much more than that, and it touches each of us in some way, whether it be through goodwill for people who are searching for employment, but most especially for any of us who may have experienced a loss like me. I recently was a beneficiary of a United Way funded agency in Columbus, Georgia, through the Columbus Hospice, which is funded by United Way of the Chattahoochee Valley, much as Heart of Georgia Hospice is funded by United Way of Central Georgia. Going through a period of loss like that, my mother had been battling cancer for many, many years, and at this point we met with the doctor, and they said that it was a matter of time. At that point, there was nothing else medically that they could do to help her. And at this point, that's when they said it may be time to call in hospice. But once it gets to the point where there's not much else that can be done medically, just other than keeping someone comfortable, hospice is a godsend. But it's more than just the health care that helps the caretaker to manage the process. But it's also, most of them have chaplains on staff who help the family members who are going through this along with the patient themselves. It helps them to try to navigate this inside, navigate it spiritually, figure out exactly how they're supposed to be feeling, and holds their hand and helps them through the process from the beginning, but also after the fact, after they've already passed away. The chaplains on staff were wonderful. Without hospice, which means, and without hospice, we mean without United Way contributing to hospice, it would make things a lot more difficult for us, for my family, going through a situation like this, experiencing a loss of a loved one, in this case my mom. I highly encourage each and every one of you to realize that this could happen to any of us. Any of us can experience a loss like this, and we may benefit from a hospice or one of the other United Way agencies. So I highly encourage each and every one of you to make a contribution to United Way if you can, because it could very well benefit you. Hopefully not through hospice, but through maybe one of the other agencies. And if you can't, those of us, we may not be able to make a contribution financially, but that's the beauty of United Way, is it's not just about giving financially, it's about giving your time as well. You can volunteer with many of the United Way agencies. If you can't give, definitely volunteer. Give of your time.